things I kill. It's not my way, it's just my will. Everything I done can't come around to haunt me. Everything about me starts to run. Most of the world is dying all around me. Everything I own, I know I bought. You can't see. Movies, horror movies, rolling slab. Horror movies, horror movies, horror movies, rolling horror adjacent movies.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween to all of you good boys and ghouls out there. Very good to see Tony right here. Hello, Tony. How are you? That good,
Brian,
huh?
you look
All right.
different. You look different this week.
You know what it is? It's because I'm now married, and I've finally, you know, we had the wedding night, and I've finally lost my virginity.
All right.
But yeah, no, what a great show that was. Thank you so much for playing that.
Of
Happy
course.
Halloween, Delilah plays the dead girl. What up, Shadow?
Speaking of killing it.
Yeah, dude, she came up there and slaughtered that song, didn't she? She did
Absolutely.
so good. I was very impressed, considering the fact that I didn't even know we were definitely going to do that song until the night before. Otherwise, I would have taken the time to memorize the lyrics, but nobody seemed to be doing anything on it. So I was like, okay, so I guess we're not doing it. And then, well, we did it, but it was good. I think it sounded okay.
I think
but
it
I
sounded
know
great.
she did a hell of a good job.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, married life seems to be treating me pretty well.
Right.
So far. I mean, I know it's only been a couple of days, but, you know, it's enough to know that she's not going to kill me in my sleep yet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to, you know, I mean, you've met me, so it's a possibility. It's always a possibility. But that's fine. I see you have a new title.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Oh, well, yeah. That's it. Cheers. Cheers. We're, you know, could happen. I got some fan on. Anyway, boys and girls, tonight is Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Sam Hain, Sam Wayne, Sam whatever you want to Sam it up, depending on who you are. This is the night where the line is blurred between the living and the dead, or so they say, which brings us to our movie for the night called Talk to Me. I really, honestly, a banger out of Australia. Let's take a listen.
They don't just put shrimps on Barbies down there.
They don't. Apparently not. And since we're not here just to fuck spiders,
You busy tonight?
You want to turn, eh?
My mum leaves at 9.
So you're 10.
Where'd you get it from anyway?
Apparently it was the hand of someone that could connect with the dead.
I heard it was the hand of a Satanist. The other hand's just out there.
White people shit, man, I tell you.
All right, let's do this! You know the drill. Say, talk to me.
Talk to me.
Haley, fucking stop it, he's choking!
83 seconds, get it off him!
What if we opened the door but you didn't shut it?
Delete it. Delete it, come on!
The spirits, they followed us. We have to do something! You want to do it again? They're not gonna stop.
What was it?
What? I don't know!
I let you in. I let you in. Oh my god.
yeah.
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 A24 doesn't fuck around when it comes to horror movies.
No, they really don't, do they? I mean, like any of their movies are usually. I've seen some things that were less than horror from them, but they're still pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, they're a good studio.
Yeah, they let their filmmakers do their thing.
Mary Sam Hain, everyone, Jackie Freed, Jackie Christ Superstar, the one, the only. That's a good one. Well, you've got this week's summary, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Shall
so
we?
We shall.
There's for a 90-minute movie. Actually, I think it's 87 minutes. A lot happens in this fucking movie, so let's roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk to me.
I will.
At a crowded house party, Cole searches for his brother Duckett.
Duckett.
Who's naming these children? I know it's Australia, but who's naming these fucking children?
I don't know. Crowded house.
When Cole finds Duckett and attempts to bring him home, Duckett stabs his brother before fatally stabbing himself in the face. What a way to open up a fucking movie.
Pretty brutal.
Yeah, it really does set the tone for what's going to happen.
Yeah, it was a pretty brutal self-face stabbing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 17-year-old Mia is struggling with the second anniversary of her mother's death from an overdose, and she is having a subsequent distant relationship with her father, Max. Driving at night, she comes across a fatally injured kangaroo, which, oddly enough, was my first clue that this was an Australian movie.
Really?
I thought it was British. I was going to say, "Oi, what's up with this then?"
Fair.
But she can't bring herself to take it out of its misery. So Mia and her best friend Jade and Jade's little brother Riley sneak out to one of many gatherings hosted by
lovely, wonderful gathering.
Yeah, hosted by Haley and Joss, where the main attraction is a severed, embalmed hand of mysterious origin that looks like it has been written on from many, many languages.
many, many wonderful languages.
Holding the hand and saying, "Talk to me," allows a person to communicate with a spirit, followed by, "I let you in," enabling the spirit to possess them. The connection must be severed before 90 seconds in order to prevent the spirits from binding themselves to the person. Mia volunteers to go first and is possessed by a spirit that displays a menacing focus on Riley. Joss and Haley manage to break the connection, but only after the time limit is exceeded slightly. Mia, ecstatic over the feeling that the hand brought her, along with Haley, Joss, and Jade's boyfriend Daniel, all gather at Jade's house the next night. Jade refuses to let Riley participate because, he's young and fragile. But the others indulge, and they're having a fucking great time, just total euphoria. When Jade leaves the room, Mia gives in and lets Riley take a turn. Riley appears to be possessed by Mia's deceased mother, Rhea, who attempts to reconcile with Mia. Mia stops the group from ending the possession to keep talking to Rhea, disregarding the time limit. Riley's body is overtaken by the spirits, who make him attempt suicide by repeatedly smashing his face against the table in a very, very brutal, unforgiving scene.
Right, I'll show you. So it was like that. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah. But no, not right now because we've got a game to play there.
And he's hospitalized in critical condition. Mia is now tortured and haunted by visions of Rhea. Is turned away by Jade and her mother Sue because they blame her for what happened to Riley. And she secretly takes the embalmed hand, and Mia offers Daniel a place to stay for the night at her father's house. While she is platonically sharing a bed with Daniel, feet to head.
Yeah, as you do.
Which makes sense because your genitals are still lined
still
up.
In the middle, and everything's still in the middle. You can still get at it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah. She witnesses an old, wet woman, not that wet, crawl from the corner of the room and start sucking on Daniel's feet.
Ew.
When he wakes up, he sees it is actually Mia who has his feet in her mouth. And he books. He's out of there. Mia repeatedly uses the hand to contact Rhea. Yeah. Hi, Paula. When it comes up 3 times. I love that. And Rhea insists her death was accidental and that she needs to help Riley, who is still possessed and attempts suicide every time he returns to consciousness. Mia leaves the connection open and begins seeing her mother without the hand, causing her to lose grasp on reality. The friends track down Cole, who explains that a living body naturally expels invading spirits.
Naturally.
Mia, fearing Riley may not have time, attempts to contact him at the hospital using the hand. But instead, he is shown a vision of Riley being tortured in limbo. At home, Max reads Rhea's suicide note to Mia, explaining that it was not accidental. It was an intentional suicide. And he apologizes to her for hiding the truth. Soon afterwards, Rhea's spirit tells Mia that Max is lying. Mia hallucinates that she is being violently attacked by Max, at which point Max barges through the door and she stabs the real Max in the neck with a pair of scissors, thinking that he is the attacker when he's coming in to save her. After being told by Rhea that Riley needs to die in order to be set free from his possession, and hallucinating the injured kangaroo from earlier, Mia calls Riley's sister and lures her away from the hospital and kidnaps Riley from the hospital, intending to put him out of his misery. Jade sees her pushing him in a wheelchair towards the highway's edge, thinking she's going to push him into traffic. Rhea attempts to convince Mia to push Riley into oncoming traffic, but when she says, "We'll have him forever," she realizes that her mother is not there, and it's a malevolent spirit that's just manipulating her.
Yeah.
So Mia steps away from the wheelchair as Jade rushes towards him to save her brother. Traffic comes to a halt and Mia lies badly injured on the road. And she suddenly finds herself in a hospital. She sees a fully recovered Riley waking up with his family and her father leaving in an elevator going up.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody seems to be responding to her. And then she holds up her hand and she sees that they're all bent in weird ways. And she becomes engulfed in darkness after trying to chase after her father. And then, out of the darkness, she sees a light, and she walks towards the light, and is an outstretched human hand and a candle in the distance. And she finds herself summoned at another party where one of the party goers says, "I let you in." And that is Talk to Me.
Brilliant.
Thank
Brilliant
you.
synopsis.
Thank you.
Done by Chris, who's kind of an asshole, but not really. So what about you guys? Did you see Talk to Me?
I did see Talk to Me.
I know. I got to tell you, I was rather impressed with this movie.
Absolutely.
It was a pretty original idea for a horror movie. It wasn't totally original, but it was pretty original.
It's a basic Ouija board kind of movie.
It is, and it's a lot like let's say
Stir of Echoes. There's some Stir of Echoes in there.
There's a little bit of, but at the same time, it put out. It delivered. It delivered, and there was no time to not watch it. It wasn't that long a movie, but there was a lot of shit that happened in a short.
Yeah, it was. What did I say? 87 minutes.
I don't know. I mean, I could have done it without the feet sucking, but that made it more horrifying.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much uncomfortableness in this movie.
There was a lot of discomfort.
Yeah, and I'm kind of. I mean, we're coming up on where we can actually call the new genre of horror. Like we have splatter horror and slasher and psychological horror. We have grief horror now.
Yeah.
Like
that's right.
Yeah, like horror movies that deal with like some deep grief issues. I mean, you look at the Babadook and
well, I mean, But if you want to think of it this way, we've always had them. Psycho was one of them. You know what I mean? And there was also, I mean, we've always kind of had it, but yeah, they're definitely more prevalent now, I think, and they're doing it better. I want to say.
Oh, absolutely.
Almost. So.
Well, it's because now that the horror genre is getting taken seriously.
Yeah.
By I mean, not only audiences but critics. Like, they're taking the format of horror movies seriously. So we have this kind of elevated horror resurgence. If you will.
I would, and I will.
But I love the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I'm gonna give it all my horns.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks in a row. Well, Evil Dead Rise got an extra horn, but we couldn't show it. You were there you there, boy. What day is today? What was that? There was a lot of moments where I was just cringing, like the eyeball, all eyeballs.
Yeah, when Riley tried to pull the eyeball out,
that will always make me cringe.
And he's licking up his own blood in the shower after he's bashed his head.
Just saying.
Don't kink shame.
Oh, that's not a kink shaming. That's just gross. Hold on. We need to hear from this guy real quick. Share this with your friends. Share it. Hit the share button. Do it now.
Tarantino approves of the feet sucking scene.
Yeah, Tarantino definitely approves of the feet sucking scene. He's a foot sucker from way back. No, that's cool though. Yeah. So, what you guys think in the chat? Did you have any any thoughts about this movie? Did you see the movie? Did you I mean, what's up? Talk to me. Get it?
I see what you did there.
You saw it, right? You saw it really good. Yeah. It was there. All right. Well, while you guys are thinking about maybe perhaps communicating in some way, which, I know it's hard to do. It's hard to do, especially, I don't know.
I also read that they already have completed principal photography on a prequel.
To talk to me.
Yeah.
A prequel. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much you could do with the universe of this movie. You could do prequels, sequels, spin-offs.
Sure.
Because it's implied that the hand's been going around for
a while.
A long, long time.
Absolutely.
So you can do whatever the fuck you want with it,
Right. I wonder what would happen if you use the hand for not so pure purposes. If you're catching my drift.
Your dick would get possessed.
It already is. All right. I guess it's time for our newest segment, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Halloween.
This is my favorite.
It's Halloween, and it is now time for the top 5. This one is tonight's is brought to you by Cheese Whiz. Is it cheese? We don't fucking know. All right. Top 5 movies with haunted/cursed objects.
Ooh.
And these are in not a particular order,
All right.
but sort of are. So, number 5, The Ring.
All right.
First video cassette, which is going around. Number 4, the movie The Mangler.
The cursed laundry machine.
Yes, The Mangler. Yes, very good, very
The
good.
cursed laundry machine.
And it made my top 5 for sure. It really. I mean, there's so many cursed object movies,
And it had Buffalo Bill in it.
yeah, it was amazing.
Had Buffalo Bill and Freddy in it.
It was amazing.
I lost my pen.
Number 3, Christine,
Another Stephen King.
another Stephen King. Number 2, Hellraiser.
Cursed
You've got
Puzzle Box.
Cursed Puzzle Box.
All right.
And the number 1 cursed object movie, and in my estimation, this one is number 1, is always there on purpose. It is The Evil Dead.
Yeah.
The Evil Dead. I think so.
Yeah.
Tony's chiming in here with Deathbed. Yeah, that was another one. Is there anything you believe that would be on your top 5 that I've missed?
No, I was the whole time I was thinking Evil Dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, Evil Dead is definitely.
Is there a difference between possessed and cursed?
There's probably a slight difference between possessed, cursed, and haunted. But that's why I kind of, it was the top 5 haunted / cursed. I don't know if there's much. I think that kind of haunted and possessed is pretty much almost the same thing. Like if you were possessed, you would be just a haunted person.
Yeah. So wasn't Christine possessed?
Christine was a possessed car, a haunted car.
Definitely cursed.
Definitely cursed. And that's a beautiful thing. Hello to Paula Trigg, by the way. I know we didn't get a chance. He was in the middle, but thank you very much. Here.
Jason's got it.
Jason Ashby. Where is it? What about the Amityville House? That's more of a haunted house movie, but I guess it would be not so much an object, but then again, you could go so far as to say Amityville Dollhouse was also
or Amityville 1992. It's About Time.
Yeah, sometimes
the Cursed Clock.
That was a cursed movie. But yeah, there was stuff. Everybody's got their own fan. Literally, I could have probably thought of 17, 18 more off the top of my head of cursed object, like Annabelle, which I'm not a huge Annabelle thing. Most of the Conjuring movies have some sort of cursed object in them somehow, some way. The movie,
according to the old guy at the beginning of Friday the 13th, Camp Crystal Lake is cursed.
It's got a death curse.
Yeah.
And the movie Robert, which is about Robert the doll down there in Key West, which is a cursed object that I believe in 100%. I've been there. Killer Sofa, Tony's Metal Kitchen, Deathbed, Killer Sofa, the movie Rubber, about tire, the possessed tire. Yeah, sure. Tony, keep throwing out some furniture stuff. I mean, we'll eventually get to the Ottoman, which, I think is beautiful.
That's great.
That's great. Listen, I think we need to hear from this guy real quick. Click the share button. Click it. Share this with your friends. Let everyone know you're watching from the slab with Monkey Boy and Chris. All right.
Blink it.
That guy was a little creepy, but he knew he knows what he's talking about.
He wouldn't lie to you.
He would not lie. He's not a liar, if anything else. So you should share this with your friends. If you are watching this in a replay, by the way, thank you for being here. And thanks for watching. It's a good thing. So, yeah, I mean, talk to me. Great movie. I'm hoping for this so far on this season, we've on a pretty good roll, except for that Puppet Master thing. But, you know, they can't all be winners. So if you are in the chat, I'm going to let you know right now, we're going to be starting up our game here very, very shortly. So if you want to pick next week's movie, you have to pick either myself or Chris in the chat to win. See who's going to win a game of chance trivia. Our fearless Quizmaster is Jason Ashby. We'll be getting him on here in just a few minutes. But please vote. You can put either Monkey Boy or Brian or that fucking fat guy or whatever, or Chris.
I'm just Chris.
And yeah, we're just Chris. We're gonna change your name to just Chris now. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. But yeah, so we've got one for me, one for Brian, Tony, right there. Anybody else? Anybody want to vote for anything along the line? And like I said, whichever one of us wins this game,
put on the wheel of names if there's
put on the wheel of names if there's enough, of course. And you get to pick next week's movie. If you do, everyone vote, everyone, and all of you. And if you know, just some of you vote would be cool. You know what? I'm going to vote in here. I'm going to fucking vote. I'm going to vote for. Well, I have to vote for me, don't I?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Brian. I'm going to vote for me. Paula's for Chris. I don't blame her. I have to vote for me. I would have voted for Chris, but I voted for Monkey Boy. I would have voted for Chris, but then I could throw it.
Yeah.
And trust me, I am not going to throw this.
Jason.
Quizmaster's voting for Chris. Holy shit, I must be a scum bag. A bag of scum. All right. So we've got, that's 2 for me, 2 for Chris.
Yep.
Yeah. I understood it was even.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who.
I prefer Woven.
Woven.
Yeah.
I loved who is it? Woven McGregor. It was a really good. He was great in the Star Wars movies. But let's go ahead and let's pop Jason up here. Hi, Jason.
What's going on, guys?
Extraordinaire.
I did not want to have Chris feel
Left out.
No, yeah. I mean, I
left behind.
You just want to pick a movie.
No, not necessarily. I don't want that. I don't want that pressure.
I don't want it either, but I'm going to do it. It's not a pressure thing. See, it's more pressure when it's one of us picking the movie, because no matter what, if you're all in the chat, you don't have to watch it. You could pick the stupidest fucking movie you've ever heard of or thought of, and we're gonna have to watch it. You know what I mean? So there's no pressure on your part. On my part, I got to pick something that's good or at least interesting. So, do we have any more? Anybody else?
Any more votes?
Any more? I think
Come on, people.
I think, well, it's Halloween, and I don't want to dick around on Halloween.
Yeah.
You never know when the goblins and the ghosts and the ghouls are going to come and strike. So I guess it's time to start this game.
I guess so.
When you get asked a question about that Halloween, what's the damn answer?
When you get to thinking, you might just know the answer.
What's the damn answer?
What's the damn answer? With Quizmaster Jason.
Hi.
Good evening, ghouls and ghosts and goblins and witches. Welcome to What's the Damn Answer? I am your quizmaster for the evening, and I have my two what's the word I can use here? Victims? Nah. Two very fine people that I consider friends that are going to take part in this with me.
We are.
That works.
We're going to take part. We are your victims, by the way. So that's okay.
So we do have a series of questions this evening. I was originally going to try and go with a slasher-themed event tonight. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out the way I wanted to, so I just went through and just picked some random-ass questions, and hopefully some can stump you guys.
All right.
Random questions about ass. Got it.
No, that's a completely different program.
That is different.
That's from the Slab After Dark.
Yes, way after dark. All right, so are we ready?
We are ready. I'm ready.
All right. So here we go. Question number 1. What horror movie featured the first running toilet on screen? Brian.
Psycho.
Very good. Figured I'd go with something a little like what?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Question number 2. What is the name of the creatures from the Predator franchise? Brian.
Predators.
No.
I know. But I figured I'd at least give it
Good shot. Good shot. Chris, want to give it a shot?
Hunters?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to butcher the name here. Utaja.
Oh, they have like a.
They actually had a
I don't
name.
think I ever heard it, but I to be fair, there was an awful lot of Predator movies.
There was.
And I think they might have said it in Alien versus Predator.
I think you're right.
I think that's where
when they got down to like the ancient ruin and stuff like that and started going over the history of them.
That's where they actually mentioned it. But I'm not 100% sure. Don't mind me.
The coolest part of that was when they went into the chamber where all the alien little egg-laying creatures resided. That was awesome. Yes.
I did that the other night. Actually, it was a little closer than really.
All right. Question number 3. What was the original name of Plan 9 from Outer Space before it's released?
Oh, I know this one too. I know this one.
Chris?
The Toolbox Murders?
No. Great guess, though.
It was all right. I'm gonna go. It was the fuck. I don't know. It was something undead, I think. I don't know.
No,
What-
it was
what
not.
was it?
It was actually Grave Robbers from Outer Space.
Grave Robbers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was what the movie was about.
All right. Still, Brian's leading 1-0.
All right.
Wow. All right. What serial killer inspired the movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Chris.
Ed Gein.
That is correct. All right. Question number 5. What is Nancy's address in the original Nightmare on Elm Street? Chris.
1428 Elm.
That is correct. All right.
All right.
Let's see here. Question number 6. What was Friday the 13th's original title before it was released? Chris.
Camp Blood.
It's not the whole title, unfortunately.
Well, you don't get a chance. You don't get a second chance at it, motherfucker.
Brian.
Know it too.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I knew it. I don't remember, but you don't get it either, so it doesn't matter.
Nope. It was actually A Long Night at Camp Blood.
Long Night at Camp Blood. Yeah, that's a horrible title.
They had the back half of the title, but not the whole title. Oh, I know. Here's an interesting one that I actually did not know.
Okay.
What was the official name of the shark from Jaws? Chris.
Bruce.
That is correct. I'm like, what? I did not know.
Hi, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
All right.
All right. So, Brian's got a little catching up to do, but it's early. So, you got plenty of opportunities here.
It's early.
Here's a nice, juicy meatball for both of you.
All right.
What famous movie is the line, "They're coming for you, Barbara," from? Brian.
That would be Night of the Living Dead.
I was like, oh my God, is he going to mess this up? I was waiting for a slip there. I'm like, oh no.
Nope.
All right. Question number 9. How many Godzilla movies are there? Just total. In total, how many Godzilla movies were made?
That's a good question.
Chris?
33.
No. Brian?
31.
No. You were both close, but it was actually 36. 30. Happy Halloween, Christina. But yeah, there was actually a total of 36 Godzilla movies made.
Wow, that's a lot of fucking movies about that monster.
Hey, that's a lot of Japanese people that he killed.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's a lot.
All right. So here we go on to question number 10.
Okay.
What brand of doll inspired Annabelle from the Conjuring series? Brian. Or, I'm sorry, Chris.
Raggedy Ann.
That is correct. And just to make fun of myself here, I actually had a Raggedy Ann and Andy doll when I was a kid.
Well,
I know.
I was just going to say, because I know the original Annabelle was a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So but I didn't. Yeah, but the Annabelle that's in the movie looks nothing like a Raggedy Ann doll.
No.
No.
They had to play
Absolutely
it up for cinema.
Absolutely not.
Probably.
All right. So we got a score of 4-2 in favor of Chris as of now.
Okay, as of now.
As of now. So here we go on to question number 11.
All right.
What was the first horror movie in color?
Color. Oh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Brian?
Creature from Black Lagoon?
No, it was not. Chris?
Rear Window?
No. It was actually The Curse of Frankenstein.
Oh.
That was
Okay.
the first. That was the first movie in color.
Creature from the Black Lagoon was the first horror movie in 3D.
Yes, that is correct. Fortunately, I do not have that question lined up tonight.
I know, but hey.
All right, here. When I read this question, I laughed my ass off because when I read the question, I pictured the scene from the movie. In the Rocky Horror Picture Show, where is Frank in Future from?
Frankenfurter.
Or Frankenfurter, yep. Brian?
Transsexual Transylvania.
That is correct. I was like, oh my God. For anyone that doesn't love Rocky Horror Picture Show, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Even if you're just watching it just because it's a campy movie, it's a great movie.
It is a great movie. And the songs are great too.
Songs are great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So we are moving on to lucky number question 13. In Insidious, what song plays when the demon is near? Brian?
I guess it's is it Tiptoe Through the Tulips?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yes, it is. Tiptoe Through the Tulips by Tiny Tim. Yes, that is correct. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie game. So now, question number 14.
Question number 14.
We are revisiting a movie question that I asked a little bit earlier. Just a different question. What famous TV horror host appeared in Plan 9 from Outer Space? Brian.
Shit. God damn it. It was Vendetta or something? Or no. Okay. Anyway.
Nope. Chris?
Rod Serling?
No. Name of the host name.
Oh,
Okay. It was actually Vampira.
Vampira. I knew it was a V.
Yeah, it was a V. It was just Vampira.
And she was an Elvira type.
Yep. Yep, absolutely.
She wasn't in my corner of the world. That's all.
No, she wasn't.
That's all right.
I don't think she was for a lot of people, to be honest.
That's all right.
She was a little left to center.
She was definitely a little left to center.
All right. Another head scratcher. Well, maybe. We'll see. What is the name of the creatures from the Alien franchise? Chris.
Xenomorph.
That is correct. All right. Question 16, and I love this movie. And I love this song too. In American Werewolf in London, what song plays as David turns into a werewolf? Brian.
Bad Moon Rising.
Absolutely. Like I said, love the movie, love the song.
All right.
All right. We are tied again. Check that out.
Yeah.
Brian put his thinking cap on tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right. In the movie Scream, what is Randy's number one rule to survive a horror movie? Brian.
Don't have sex.
That is correct. All right. Let's see here. This one's interesting. In the movie The Monster Squad, What famous creatures do the kids have to defeat? Chris.
Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
One more.
One more.
That they have to defeat.
That they have to defeat.
Dracula, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and the Mummy.
There's one more. There's a fifth one.
Don't say Frankenstein because he was their friend and they didn't have to defeat him.
Well, they did have to defeat him.
They did have to defeat him.
Yeah, but I answered it right. I said Frankenstein.
He answered it right. He mentioned it. He mentioned Frankenstein.
Technically, no, because it's Frankenstein's monster, but I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
See how that goes?
They did not have
I'm
to
a
defeat
kind
him.
person.
They tried to save him at the end.
They did, but they did have to defeat him at first. But Chris got it because he mentioned he named all of them.
Yeah.
So,
Wolfman's got nards.
About it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Question number 19. What is the brand of booze that melts people in the movie Street Trash?
Take
Chris?
it.
Colt 45?
Nah.
It was a made-up brand of booze.
It was a made-up brand of booze.
I imagine.
The high hard one?
No.
No.
It was actually called the Tenafly Viper.
Oh.
I know. Some just what the hell are they thinking? All right, so we are on to question 20, and Chris is only leading by 1. The score is 7-6.
Okay.
I do have a couple of questions just in case it does end in a tie.
Okay.
So here we are on to question 20.
Okay.
In the movie Return of the Living Dead, what is the chemical that raised the dead? Brian.
Zyklon B or something?
No.
All right.
I couldn't even fathom a guess.
It's actually called
Trioxin?
No.
Trioxin.
Trioxin 5.
Trioxin 5.
All right. So let's see. That's question 20. Where's question 21? Where are you? You disappeared. Bastard.
Zyklon B, I think, was the Nazi gas that they tried to they based that on.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, there it is. Okay. You guys kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. But
Well,
now we're looking. Yeah, I know. But we need a little bit more specific on this.
Okay.
What is the name of the box from Hellraiser? Chris.
Lemarchand's configuration.
That is correct.
I was going to go with George.
George.
Also would be accepted is the Lament configuration.
Yes, either one of those would work, but that is correct. So that is quite. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, do you want to go with the next two questions? I think Chris won because even if Brian gets the next two, he still trails by 1. But I actually picked out 23 questions for the.
Well, you might as well do it.
Sure.
We're here.
It's Halloween. I mean, what the hell?
Right.
All right. So question number 22. What movie is the famous line, "If it bleeds, we can kill it" from? Chris.
Chris.
Oh, he froze.
Predator.
Oh,
Yes, I heard him.
Predator.
He froze for a second. Yep. All right. And question number 23. Even I didn't know this one, and I watched this movie about a week ago. What is the name of the alien in The Day the Earth Stood Still? Brian.
Keanu.
No. Chris.
Krylon?
No, it was Klaatu.
Klaatu.
Klaatu, Verata, Nictu.
Yep. All right, so
Nick.
Chris is your winner. Brian gave it a hell of a run, though.
Well, that's because I'm good. So we've got who are we putting on the wheel of names tonight?
Paula and Jason.
Paula. Jason. All right. We are going to
the mariachi music is just awesome.
I'm going to bring this right back on here so that way nobody thinks I'm going to be lying. Are we ready?
We are ready.
Let's see who wins this wheel of names. And the winner is Jason Ashby, our
quizmaster.
All right. Very good. So you get to pick next week's movie.
Yeah.
Really cool. By the way, boys and girls, if you are in the chat, if you just vote, you get to pick the movie. You know what I mean? That's the way that goes. All you got to do is communicate a little bit. It's not that hard. I know some of you can't, but, you know, if you're tied up.
Wait. Do you have thumbs?
Well, that's not fair. Some people don't have thumbs.
Hey, that's what I mean. Don't berate them for not having thumbs.
But they have other fingers usually. Or you could really, I'm sure you could type with your knuckles if you had to.
Yeah.
You know, they do have this neat little device now called voice to text.
Voice to text?
I hate those people. Fuck those people.
Oh my goodness.
Ringo uses voice to text to tweet.
I've got a movie in mind. I just don't know if you've seen it from the Slab.
Okay. Well, give it a shot. I'll let you know.
Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot.
First one, the original.
Okay.
The mini series?
No, the original movie.
Yeah, that was a mini series.
Was it a mini series? Yeah.
Yeah, but they also did show it in theaters. It had a theatrical.
It has a shorter version.
No, they show because when you take out commercials, it's 3 hours long.
Yeah, because I forgot that it was a fucking mini series.
Yeah, no, it's TV movie.
Salem's Lot. I don't believe we've done.
No, but we will.
We are going to do Salem's Lot. Stephen King's Salem's Lot. Christina, House is a great movie, but you know. You
got to win the game.
You didn't vote. And you didn't win. Jason Ashby did. Thank you, buddy.
I love Stephen King movies. I love his books. I mean, I haven't read a lot of them. I've read a few of them.
Us as well.
I just love what Stephen King does just because his mind is exciting and creepy all in the same thing.
I think that's why my wife likes me.
Plus, I've also seen his house that he has down in, is it Venice?
It's Bird Key.
Bird
Key. Bird Key. Yeah, I'm like, what? Okay, sure.
Sure. Everybody gets to meet him but me. That's the way that goes.
I've never met him. I've just seen his house.
Fair.
So I'm in the same boat with Brian.
A friend of mine, he came through a friend of mine's girlfriend's line at Best Buy one time, and he was buying a stack of DVDs, and it was like 6 horror movies and a chick flick.
All right.
And I bet he only watched the chick flick.
Yeah, the horror movies were probably for his wife.
It's like, here, I know you've seen all of mine, so you're probably tired of mine, so here, watch these.
All right, Salem's Lot, I'm down.
All right, Salem's Lot is next week's movie. We will be here. I will not be here next week.
Oh, boo.
Next week, I will be on my honeymoon.
Oh, well, okay.
So we have to decide what we're going to do with next week.
We'll do a replay next week, and then In
So
2 weeks, we'll
come
come back.
We'll come back the
Yes.
week after. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So we're coming back the week after with Salem's Lot, which it's a longer movie, so we need the extra time to watch it.
Absolutely. Plus, you can't do this without Brian and Chris. Just can't do it.
Yeah,
I mean, you could, but
We've
would
done
it be good?
I tried it once. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's
as
not
fun
good.
as you want it. Yeah. So I honestly, I would rather postpone it for the following week, but we will be here next week. There will be a replay. Chris, you can handle that. I'm assuming. And we will go ahead and have a replay next week. And the week after, we will be back with Salem's Lot. Thank you, Jason.
No problem. Brian, have a great time on your cruise, on your honeymoon cruise. I'm sure you guys will thoroughly enjoy it.
We are going to thoroughly enjoy something. Guaranteed.
We can't talk about that here.
Well, okay, we won't.
But we already did, so. You guys have a great evening, okay?
Good night, Jason. Thank you.
Good night.
All right. So, Chris, what do you got going on this week?
Oh, Friday night, I'm playing with Sugar High down at the Gator Club from 9:30 to, and that's it.
Sugar High. Oh, do you play that song yet?
No.
You need to. Telling you. But very good. If you are in the Sarasota area, downtown Sarasota, go see Chris with Sugar High at the Gator Club. It's usually a lot of fun down there.
Oh, it's a blast.
And I've never left sober. It's true. And there was, so one time I just went in, just used the bathroom. Came out drunk as hell.
And you just get drunk by walking through there.
Osmosis, I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, boys and girls, thanks so much for coming out tonight on this Halloween evening. Please be safe. Don't let the ghouls get you. From all of us here and from the Slab, the 28 behind the scenes players here, thank you very much for being here. Good night.
Bye.
And God bless.